Hey students, I actually quite enjoyed learning business in college. I learned everything from marketing, entrepreneurship, and a whole variety of different business-related goodness. But I always had one major problem with my major. It didn't have a cool acronym. If that's a problem for you, then boy do I have the solution. S.T.E.M, which also stands for Socks That Eat Mice, is a subset of education focusing on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Hence the acronym, I guess. But between me and you, I think Socks That Eat Mice is better. But enough of the formalities. What does a Cambrian period mollusk, like you, gotta do to succeed in S.T.E.M? Now firstly, before we go any further, I have to preface this entire video with the fact that, as I mentioned earlier, I am not a S.T.E.M major. As such, I had to do the most deep and intricate research into what being a S.T.E.M major is actually like. This research consisted of either begging my friends for insight into what S.T.E.M is like, and of course asking the brilliant minds on Reddit. So please, a grain of salt, alright? Math is actually important. Usually. So what do I mean by this? Well, seeing as how math makes up that big fat M on the end of S.T.E.M, it's actually a pretty important part of all S.T.E.M majors. However, that isn't always the case. Sure, in aerospace engineering, you're going to be doing formulas out the wazoo, but in something like biology, it's used much less often. So while math is a major part of S.T.E.M majors, don't let it hold you back from pursuing your interests. If you are afraid of doing math in a major though, then join Uptick. Uptick is a community of creators and mentors offering career guidance in a safe and private environment. This summer they're doing a career club to help students like you explore a ton of different careers and avenues into college and beyond. Click on the link below and scan the QR code to sign up. Just make sure to let them know I sent you. Grades are not everything. I think it's fair to say that S.T.E.M majors are often pretty difficult. It's not uncommon for people to get bad grades or even fail. But guess what? A lot of people in every college, school, or other program have done poorly before. Even little old me. Not really though. This can often lead to imposter syndrome, where you think you are dumber than you actually are. If that's the case, do me a favor and look back at all your past accomplishments and you'll see. The important part is that you're learning and growing as a student, so never be too hard on yourself. It's like what I say, an omelet isn't ruined just because an eggshell got in. No having to know life S.T.E.M. While S.T.E.M may be difficult, that doesn't mean it has to be overwhelming. With just a bit of thinking ahead, you can plan out your assignments and projects. This opens you up to spend time elsewhere. It makes everything a bit easier to handle. Furthermore, realizing that every assignment needs to be perfect was a huge help. Sure, it's nice to chase after the A's, but a B works just fine as well. Or just panic as you get assigned a third final, worth 80% of your grade by the way. Finding a job is easy. Or, well, so I hear. Generally, S.T.E.M careers are always in high demand. Then again, I also have generally no clue what I'm talking about. This means that while you'll be sitting pretty with a 3-figure paycheck, I'll be running prompts through ChatGPT until I'm 50, asking it to do my TPS reports. This also means that internships shouldn't be too hard to come by. You'll have easy access to real-world experience, unlike me. In other words, don't sweat it. You'll find something. So, as you can see, S.T.E.M majors, while challenging in their own way, are among the most tried and true career paths there are. Hopefully these insights will prove useful should you choose to do S.T.E.M major. Or you can join me doing coloring books at my next business meeting. Either way, that's all from me. If I actually taught you something, leave it in the comments below. I'd be genuinely surprised if I did. I'll see you mollusks later.